Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my home. My name is Becky, and I am so excited that you're here today. So I'm going to be completely honest with you. I did not have anything planned for today's video. I did not have anything to decorate. I did not have anything to go shopping for. I don't have anything up in this head right now that I have planned to do. David's not building anything. It's just kind of an average normal day around here. So I have pondered all week on what I'm gonna do to share with you today because I don't want to miss a week. I want to be able to keep things going and have something, at least a little something for you guys to see each week, even if it's not, very elaborate. So what I'm gonna do a couple different things. First of all, I want to welcome all my new subscribers. I do have quite a few from this past week. Summer's video got a lot of attention, and let me tell you guys, she has been so excited. She has read every comment. She has read them once, she has read them twice, she has read them 3 times. She's so excited that you guys liked her house. It just really meant a lot to her. Thank you for your kind comments and watching the video. I think the last I checked, gosh, was it like 15,000 views she got on that video? So I did get quite a few new subscribers from that, and I want to welcome you. So if you're new, you may or may not know, I love to decorate my home with things from different decades. I do have some 50s and 60s mixed in. The 70s are my favorite. I love the colors. My home is like a neutral base, and then I throw in the colors. I love the oranges and I love the yellows, and I can't get enough of it. So what I wanted to talk to you today is something that I feel like was prevalent in the 70s, and that is, let me show you an example, and that is vintage stoneware. And you see the beautiful colors. This is a perfect example of a beautiful vintage stoneware piece. My ring's clinking on it. That's where that's coming from. But I just purchased this from eBay. I paid $4 and some change for it, and plus shipping, and the seller said she did have 3 more. But you can find these at antique stores and thrift stores all the time, and that's where most of my collection has come from. The only reason that I ordered this one from eBay is because I had one to fall off the wall, unfortunately, and break, and my heart was shattered and my soul was crushed, but we keep going on, right? So I had to get a replacement piece for that, and I'm going to show you where that's going to go in just a few minutes. But what I wanted to do today is, if this is something that brings you joy, that you love, if you love vintage stoneware and you think this is just the coolest thing since sliced bread, then I'm going to show you no less, maybe more, no less than 6 different places in your home that you can use, or 6 different ways in your home that you can use to decorate with vintage stoneware, other than just putting it in your cabinet and eating off of it. Now, we do eat off of our vintage stoneware, of course. I feel like you should use these items. They still have a purpose to serve in this world, and we need to use them as much as we can. So I do still eat off of a lot of these pieces. But in my opinion, each one of these pieces is a piece of art, and I just love to look at it. I love the feeling that I get. I like to have it decorated. I like to have it displayed in my home, used to decorate it. So I have it all over, have it sprinkled all over the house, and I'm going to show you all of those places that I've used it, and maybe it will inspire you to maybe go out and get a piece of your own and put it up in your house. The next thing I'm going to do, which is going to be in a little later, is I have mentioned several times that I may or may not give this piece to Lily. Lily is my daughter. She has an apartment that is decorated way past what mine is. It is groovy. She has 60s and 70s decor everywhere. The colors are awesome. She and I did a video about decorating that apartment. If you're interested in seeing that, definitely go back and see that. She is very dramatic, and you will be entertained the whole time, I promise. So if you're interested in that, definitely go check that out. But there's a lot of pieces that I have that I don't quite have the perfect place for, and the colors are just a little brighter than what I use typically in my home. And I have said, well, I might give this to Lily, but so far I have not parted with any of it. But what I thought I would do is put together a goodie box for her with some pieces around the house that I have kind of promised her, kind of not, and I think I can finally part with them. I'm going to put that box together for her and let her take it home with her. And if she's able to, now she is a full-time student, so we have to check with her schedule, but fingers crossed, if she is able to, we're going to see if we can get her to film a video back home of where she put all of those pieces. Now she is comfortable with doing that. She has no problem doing that for us. It's just, will she have the time? All right, so that is what we're going to do today. But before we get started, I do want to take a minute to show you this beautiful Afghan behind me. If this is not the most beautiful thing you have ever seen, I just don't know what else is. I will show you a close-up of it, but I wanted you to see the whole thing kind of spread out on the couch. This was sent to me by a subscriber, Erika. Erika, thank you. I mean, I wish you could have seen my face when I opened this package. It was just like, oh, I didn't even have words. I was just so blown away with how beautiful this piece is. And I want to tell you a little bit about Erika. Erika does embroidery, and she has an Etsy shop and she has an Instagram. Now I'm going to share both of those shops with you. I would really like to share that with you because she was so kind to me. She does some reselling. She could have sold this blanket and made a good profit off of it, but when she saw it, she told her husband, she said, you know what? I know who I'm going to give that to. I have never met her, but I think she would love it, and words couldn't even describe to you how much I love this blanket. I love it so much. So I'm going to read this because I don't want to mess it up. But Erika does have an Etsy shop where she does embroidered gifts, personalized embroidered gifts. Now there's lots of stuff on there for children. There's things for adults. There's things for your children that the adults need, like wipe cases. She does not only the threaded embroidery, but she also does the HTV vinyl. She can embroider stuffed animals. I've seen aprons. I've seen onesies, little t-shirts, so many cute things. And the reason I want to read this is because her Etsy shop is one name and her Instagram is another, so we don't want to get those two mixed up, but both of them are her. The Etsy shop is called Embroider It by Sophie. So she's working on getting the names as to be the same, but right now that's what her Etsy shop is called. I'm going to link it down in the description, so if you're interested, please go check her out. And then the Instagram is Erika's Embroidery. Now Erika is with a K, that's important. But she posts pretty much daily. I subscribe to that, and I've been, every time I log into Instagram, she's got something cool happening. So definitely go subscribe to her and check her out. I just cannot even start to explain to you how much I love this quilt. This blanket is magnificent, and I will cherish it. It may not stay on my couch because I don't know that one of the kids might not grab it and pull it. It may go on my blanket ladder. It may go in the bedroom, the guest room. I don't know, but right now I'm enjoying it right here because I can actually see it and soak in all of its beauty. So I'll show you a close-up in just a minute. But for now, let's get started. Let me kind of start with the stoneware plates and kind of show you a few places to decorate around your home, and then we'll get Lily's little goodie box together. So here's a closer view of the Afghan. You can see how beautiful it is and how intricate it is with all the little cords intertwining there. I just love it so much. I have seen these online, but I had never seen one in person, and I think that's why I was just so blown away when it popped up in my mailbox one day. And thank you again so much, Erika. You have just made my day with this beautiful Afghan. We're going to start with the first place that I think would be a cool place in your home to display vintage stoneware, and that is the wall. Now, I've got 3 places in my home that I have vintage stoneware on the wall. I have here, and I have two surprising places that you may not expect. I have one wall over my bed, and then I have a wall in my bathroom. Now, I know you expect to see plates in the dining room. My dining room's right here, my kitchen's right here, so it's kind of all together. This is not a big surprise to see these here, but when you walk in a bedroom and you walk in a bathroom, you don't really expect to see dishes, but I think it works well. This particular wall, I only have a straight line of dishes. These dishes all match each other. I started with 3 dishes. This one I found recently, and this one was a gift, so now I have 5. If my collection continues to grow, and I do hope it does, I will probably go up, across, and down, because this is my hutch. It's a staple piece on the wall, so I can go right around it and it'll look nice. But who knows, we may not find another dish. We may only have 5 on here forever, but you know, I'm always looking. I'm never gonna not look for vintage stoneware. It's just something that my eyes are always looking for when we go out shopping. So I'm gonna take you off the tripod and I'm gonna show you what it looks like in a closer view. We have, as I said, 5 dishes going vertical, and I may be able to come across here and back down here in the future, but for now we just have 5 dishes. These dishes all kind of go together in the sunflower theme. I do have sunflowers throughout my house, and especially in my living room, and since this is attached to my living room, I thought they went well. They match nicely. So here's a closer up view. They all have the same flower motif and all have the same color scheme. So I really enjoy all of these together. They just kind of play off of each other well. The next wall of dishes that we have is, like I said, in the bedroom. You can see that I am trying to incorporate some vintage in here. This room started out with just a plain farmhouse decor style, and it was driving me crazy. It was so plain, so boring, and I just wanted to add some color. So we added these dishes above the bed. This headboard is enormous. It was made by my father-in-law. It's not going anywhere. It's not moving. There's no chance that these plates are going to fall over and hit us or harm us. The only reason that that dish fell is because if you'll remember in my previous Decorate With Me where I initially put those plates up, I used those little stick-on holders, and I'll show you what they look like. These are the holders that I used in that initial video, and I got them from Amazon. They look like this in the front, and then they look like that on the back. There's a little peel-off sticker that sticks to your dishes. Now, I knew that that sticker was not going to hold, so I reinforced it with E6000 glue, which is normally an amazing glue, and I've used it for many, many things, but in this case, it did not hold, and I just wanted to tell you, do not use these. They will not work. They will not hold, even with E6000. What I changed everything out to were these holders here that came from the Hobby Lobby, and they have not moved, they have not fallen, I have had no issues, and I've had these dishes up for quite a while. The same dishes that are in the living room, I use those, and I've not had any issues. So I do not have any fear of these dishes falling. I feel secure with them now. You can see right over there is the spot that the one fell and broke, but we have a replacement for that, and I think the colors are gonna match nicely, and it's gonna fit right in with the rest of its family. If you promise to overlook the dust, I will show you a close-up of each plate. I've got the new one hung up. Each one is unique and beautiful in its own right, but yet they all seem to go together. The colors seem to meld together, and they seem like they belong their whole lives to be hung together as a set. And finally, we are in the bathroom, and you may hear an echo because that's what bathrooms do. But this group of dishes is a little different in the matter that I didn't put them in a straight line. They're kind of in a little grouping. I can always add more. There's room for more. There's room for growth. What makes this set so cute is that I matched it with wicker pieces. And like you can see this little bowl here. This is like a flat basket, weaved basket. This is just a trivet that I matched in to go with the other dishes, but I hung the small ones with, no, I don't have any small ones, do I? These are all regular dinner size plates, but they look really cute with the wicker, and it just makes it a little more interesting to look at. Now, all of these pieces are more muted in color and just seem to match better in my bathroom. I don't know what it is about my bathroom, but I just don't do a lot of color in there. I can't explain that, but I feel more comfortable with muted colors in here and in my other smaller bathroom. But that is wall number 3, example number 3 on how you can decorate with vintage stoneware dishes on your wall. The next place that you can use stoneware in your home is in a vignette on a shelf using a plate holder. Now, I want to say this real quick because I am not an expert on stoneware. I do not pretend to know a lot about stoneware. The only thing that I can tell you is that I'm drawn to it, I'm attracted to it, and I love it, and I like to decorate with it. A lot of you collect ironstone, which is just as beautiful, equally as beautiful. It's the same process, obviously, if you collect ironstone. I mean, a wall of that beautiful white ironstone would be breathtaking. So kind of, you know, don't limit what I'm telling you on just stoneware and you're like, oh, I had that in the 70s. I'm over that. I don't want to decorate my house with that again. That's fine. You can still use it on what you collect. My sister-in-law, she collects blue and white Courier knives. She does the same thing in her home. I mean, she tries to put it in every place that she can because she has so much and she enjoys it so much. She tries to utilize it in every way possible. So just use what you love in your home and go with that. But with that being said, I do have some ironstone pieces that are, you know, I'm going to show you as an example, but I didn't even know they were ironstone. I just use the dishes to decorate in the different vignettes in my home, and that's what I'm going to show you. You can certainly use whatever you want. But behind me is my Amazon shelf. I've shared it with you many times. I have a couple plates here, and then I have a couple around the house. I'm going to show you the different examples. Just use your imagination and picture what you love in these spots. But not all of these are stoneware, okay? Some, like I said, one of these I know is ironstone because it's marked, but use what you love. We're off the tripod and we are focusing in on my Amazon shelf. This is what I would call a vignette. What I mean when I say vignette, because you've got, you know, different heights. You just got a pretty little display. It doesn't serve any good purpose other than it just looks pretty. You can already see that I have 2 dishes that are on display. Now, the first one, I do not know what kind it is. I don't know what it is. I don't know the maker. It is not marked on the back, but I'm going to take it down and I'm going to give you my best guess because that's all I can do is guess. But there's nothing on the back. But I do have this dish here that is very, very similar on the back. It seems like it may be the same. I don't know. But this is marked Taylor Smith and Taylor Company, and it says it's ironware. So that's my best guess, but it could be wrong. Please don't quote me on any of that. All I know is that this dish brings me so much joy. It makes me so happy. It has all the colors that I find the most joy in, and I always say that those are the colors of my soul, the oranges and the yellows. I just love those colors and I just thrive off of them. And then down here, I do know that this piece is an ironstone piece because it is marked on the back. I bought both of these pieces from eBay years ago when I first bought this house. So they have been on display ever since. So that is example number 1 of being able to use dishes on a stand in a vignette. Let me take you to another spot in the house. Now this little section is set up in my kitchen in the corner. I will tell you that this is not, I know that these little dishes don't match here because this is not how I have it set up currently in my home. I actually have this plate right here with the sunflowers normally behind that vignette there. But for the sake of this video, which I'm trying to show you how to use the dishes in your home in different areas, that's why I put this together real quick. So I just have the vintage dish there on a stand, and then I have this little wicker piece to go behind it just to add a little bit of height. I do like to add height to the corner of my kitchen counters just because there's little plugs there, and I don't know, I just like to add the height there. So that is example number 2. Like I said, I realize that these two do not match, but it's okay. Just use your imagination. This is another little section in my kitchen. I got this shelf from Hobby Lobby. I use it year round. I decorate it for all the seasons and all the fun things. And what I thought I would do is just show you a quick idea that we could add in a stoneware dish to this little vignette to add a pop of color here. Now, this is not how I have my kitchen set up normally. I normally have a little plant right here, but I just moved the plant temporarily so I could sit this little plate up here. So let's see what it looks like. I love this plate. It is absolutely gorgeous. I only have one of them. I don't know if it's ironstone, if it's stoneware or what. You can see that awful hook that I put on there. It says, I can tell it's Mikasa. It's probably stoneware just from the heaviness of it. So that's what I'm gonna guess. That's my educated guess, is that it's a stoneware piece. And we're gonna sit it right here and just add a sweet little pop of color there. And I love that. So there's another spot that you could add a beautiful piece of stoneware in your home. This is one final quick little place that I'm going to show you where you can add some vintage dishes to your home. This is a cheap little shelf that I have in my bedroom. If there's one thing that I have learned in doing this video, it's that I need to come dust in here. But this is kind of an overview of the whole shelf. I did dust this top shelf because I'm going to be kind of close up on it. But we have this little vignette here. This is probably more along the lines of what you have in your home. You've got a little book, little greenery piece, maybe a picture. So let's say you want to incorporate some vintage stoneware into this little vignette. So I'm going to temporarily take down this picture of my girls. Hold on, I just dropped something. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. So I dropped the little greenery piece. So what we're going to do next is we're going to add this little plate stand here. I'm going to use the same plate that I just showed you a minute ago because I think it is just so beautiful. And we're going to put it right here. And it just adds the sweetest little touch to this little vignette. And it's just one more idea of how you can incorporate the stoneware into your home. Now, I know these are kind of weird looking. These are my scrapbooks, so don't pay those any attention. Try to focus on the vignette here. So there's example number, what, 3, 4, 1, 2, number 4. Before we move on to the next idea, I want to show you that I love that plate so much there earlier that I've made a permanent change. So this is how I've got it set up to be all the time from now on until I decide to change it again. But I think this is precious. I love that dish and I'm so excited to be able to use it now. We're back at the Amazon shelf because this is where I want to show you idea number 3 on how to use your vintage stoneware or ironstone or whatever brings you joy in your home, in your everyday decor. And this idea is for serving dishes and for stacking your vignettes. So we're just kind of got 2 in 1 here. Now, I will say this. This is not something that you probably want to do with your favorite pieces. For example, I would never do this with that piece right there because that piece is so precious to me. I would never do this. This piece that I'm getting ready to show you, I probably wouldn't even do it now if I had it to do all over again. But I did this years ago. It has served me well. It has served its purpose. I have used it for parties. I have used it on this vignette for stacking to make things higher. Let me take it down and show you what I have. I'm going to carefully move my amber display here, and I'm going to take this piece up very carefully. Now, looking back, this piece is glorious, and which is probably why I picked it up in the first place. I don't know if it's stoneware or ironstone. I don't know, but I just love the colors. And this has not been dusted, by the way, so don't. But what I did was I glued this little base. This is probably a candle holder. I got both these pieces at the thrift store. If you don't want to glue your pieces, I'm all for that. I don't blame you for that at all. But like I said, I did this a long time ago before I really appreciated what treasures these were, so I'm kind of a little bit embarrassed that I did it, but I have really used this throughout the years. I use it all the time. This never comes down off the shelf unless I'm decorating for like Christmas, and even then I may use it. So I have 2 of these. The other one is down a little lower. I'm not going to pull that out and show it to you because it's the exact same plate. It's just a little taller. But like I said, I have pulled these out and used them to set my tables up for parties, for setting up hors d'oeuvres and little finger foods, and it has really come in handy throughout the year, and it adds that little vintage flair to just an average normal party. This is the other dish that I have. Like I told you, it's the exact same design, but it's just a little taller. You can kind of see under there. It looks like I might have used a piece of milk glass, maybe I know you guys are probably cringing that I glued these pieces together. I did not know, I did not understand back in those days, but I really have used them. They have served their purpose, and I will never get rid of them. But it looks like I used like a milk glass candle holder to glue at the bottom to make it a little taller. And right now it's being used to display my beautiful biscuit jar, my depression glass biscuit jar. So it has a prominent place in my home. This little vignette here is on the other corner, on the other side of my kitchen, and you can already see this is what I use. I use these little dishes to stack to make a pretty little vignette. Now, I'll show you what they look like. They are pretty, they are beautiful, and I do love them, but I wouldn't hang this on the wall for a display piece because it's just kind of, you know, just average. It's nothing spectacular, but I do still love them. So the colors are perfect for this area, and I use them as stacking piece, and I think it works perfect over here. Please ignore the cords. It is a functional kitchen, but you know, we have to take the good with the bad. We are at number 4 with our 6 ideas on how to use vintage dishes in your everyday home decor. So we're at the hutch. And let me tell you, I have a big smile on my face because I feel like a kid playing with their Legos when I play on my hutch. I have so many dishes. I have so many different options to put up. I do keep one style in particular up there because it is very nostalgic for me, and it's kind of muted. It's got the orange, but it's not bright orange. So I do keep that up most of the time, but I think I might be ready to change it up just a little bit and add a new plate up here for a short time, at least until the next holiday rolls around. But I've got 3 different ideas here for you to look at. I've got one that is very calm and soothing and beautiful. I have one that is probably the one I'm gonna go with because it's just a little on the wild side, but not too overboard. And then the third one is like in your face, vintage retro. Bam, you're gonna be like, whoa. So I'm gonna show you all 3 options. Again, they may be ironstone, they may be stoneware. I don't really know. All I know is that they're beautiful dishes, and you know, I mostly have stoneware, but you know, I do have some ironstone mixed in. I just don't know the difference, you guys. I just know what I like and I know what's beautiful. So let's go to the hutch. Admittedly, the hutch is not the most unique of ideas on how to display your dishes in your home, but I figured I would add it in because everybody, well, a lot of you have hutches, and you may have the same old dishes sitting in there for years and years at a time, and maybe it's time for a change. This is the first example of a stoneware dish that I have. It is absolutely beautiful. It does have the yellows. It's just a little more muted in tone. I do have a full set of these, so I could do my whole hutch in this style. Let me back up. It perfectly complements all of the colors in my amber glass that I have and my depression glass. Here's one behind me. I'll kind of show you a closer up view of the design, but it's so pretty. I love this. And let's see, it looks like I paid $1.94 a dish, and it doesn't say, but I'm gonna guess and say this is stoneware just because it's pretty heavy. So that is example Sorry, I'm trying to move things and film at the same time. So that is example number 1. Now this second shelf here is probably my favorite. This set I showed you a few minutes ago is, what did I say it was on the back? Oh gosh, sorry. We're gonna go zoom in very close here. This is Taylor Smith and Taylor Company. Let me put it back very carefully. It is just a little wild enough for me. It matches all the colors in my amber glass and my depression glass, but it's not real over the top, so I really like that. And so there's the two together. If you're wondering what that paper is on the back of my hutch, that is my attempt to neutralize, I guess, the hutch is so dark, and a lot of my amber glass and depression glass doesn't show up in there too well, so I was trying to lighten it up a little bit but not get too bright, so it's like a neutral color. So that's what that paper is. It's just craft paper from Hobby Lobby is all it is. It's a temporary fix. So then we're gonna move up to the third option. Now this option is a little wild, and it does not match my home very much, but these dishes are glorious. I believe they're Lennox, I'm not 100% sure, but that's just another option where if you go all out with the bright colors in your home, these are a beautiful pattern that you may want to look for. My daughter Summer found these just very recently in the Habitat and brought them home to me, and I love them. Actually, I paid for them. She sent me a picture, I gave her the money, and she picked them up for me, so I bought them. She just found them. And then the last one is just the one that I have up all the time. I know you can't see it really well, but it's in 100 other videos. That's just the nostalgia that I have for those dishes. Here's a close-up view of that. I know you've all seen them before. And hold on, I can tell you what pattern that is because I think it's written Castilian dinnerware, made in the USA. So there is 4 options for a hutch right there for you. In an effort to wrap this video up, because it is getting long and we still have Lily's box of goodies to put together, I'm going to show you 5 and 6 all at the same time. They are right here together, so it should be a quick little easy display to show you. Now we're going to do the dining room table. I get that not everybody decorates their dining room table. For me and my home, it works. We don't have small kids. David and I don't use this table for anything other than when we have guests over, or if we are having a party. We don't throw our, that's not where we throw things when we come home. It's in another place. So it's always decorated and it's always pretty, and it works for us. It may not work for you. If you have small kids or grandchildren in your home, obviously you can't do this all the time. If you have some of you have formal dining rooms that you can decorate, so maybe you can use it in there, but I'm going to show you this, and maybe you'll get something out of it, maybe you won't, I don't know. But then I also have my tier tray. I have a little baby stoneware. Yes, stoneware. I'm getting stoneware and ironstone mixed up now that I've been talking about them together. So I have a little baby stoneware in my tiered tray. I'm going to show you that's option number 6. I also have a bonus option for you that we're going to talk about in just a second. Since I already had these dishes pulled out, I used them for the dining room table, but I did half with this set and I did half with the other set, and we'll walk over there and look at that one in a minute. This one had the dessert dish and the regular dinner plate all together. So that's one half, and let me scoot over here. Sorry, I've got to move some things out of the way. And then this would be option number 2 with these beautiful dishes here. And I kind of think these might be ironstone just because they are thinner, and but I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. I truly don't know the difference in the two, but there is the table. And then here we're going to talk about the tiered tray. And if you're new to my channel, this is my baby. I decorate it all the time. I love it. And here at the top, we have our little baby stoneware, and it is so cute. It matches the one that I have over there at the top, and I just love this. I have 2 of these. So that is option 5 and 6 for your viewing pleasure. And I'm going to talk about number 7 in just a second. This is option number 7. This is a video clip that I took on this channel back in June. I just thrifted this basket and I added some of my dishes, and I think it's the cutest little vignette. So now our next project that we're going to do is I am going to fix a little goodie box for Lily. I do not have a box. I can't find a pasteboard box, so I'm going to have to put it in my clothes basket, and she's just going to have to return it to me because I need it. Or maybe I can find a box at work tomorrow and trade things out. But I have 3, maybe 4 things that I'm going to give to her, and we're going to gather those up now. If you've been on this channel any length of time, you may remember this. This was a glorious set of towels that were unopened that I found at the antique store, and I absolutely fell in love. I'll show you what they look like. They're right here. I really wanted to use them in my bathroom, but I just couldn't get it. I couldn't get it right. I couldn't find the motif. Yes, these are my colors, but they are a little bright for my home. And Lily has a bathroom with a shower curtain that I think, if I remember correctly, will match these perfectly. And I think she's already been trying to get her paws on them. I think she's going to be very excited to have these. They were, like I said, unopened. I took a little poll to see if you guys thought I should open them or not. And a lot of you were like, no, don't open it. And then some of you were telling me to, you know, open it up. They are probably from the 60s, but the lady that I bought them from said that they were her aunt's, that it was a wedding gift, I think, and they were just never opened. So I know Lily will give them a good home. I know she will appreciate them. I know she loves them. So I think I'm going to send these to her home. I'm just going to say that this is a hard one for me to do. I would be lying if I told you that it didn't break my heart just a little bit to see these go. But I know she'll take care of them, and I know she loves them. So we're going to come into craft room, and you may remember that my friend found these 2 pieces in her mother's home when she was cleaning it out, and she gave them both to me. It was her mother's name was Miss Nelda. I told you about Miss Nelda. I have 2 pieces of hers, and I feel like in an effort to not be so selfish, I want to give one to Lily because I know Miss Nelda would be fine with that, with me giving a piece to my daughter, because I know she'll appreciate it. So the question is which one do I give to Lily and which one do I keep? I really love the cookie jar, and I feel like I want to keep that one and give that top one to Lily. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. This is another one that hurts my heart so bad, but I think I'm making the right decision. So that's piece number 2. I have one more piece that I know she's getting, and then maybe one more. These are the dishes that I just showed you that I put up in the hutch. They're so bright, although they are absolutely glorious and beautiful. By the way, we did not pay $6 a piece. We paid $6 for the set of 4. So they are so beautiful and so vibrant. They're just a little bright for my home, even though I am in love with them. I think they might serve better at her house, even if she doesn't do anything but eat off of them. I think they just reflect her personality so well, and I am very begrudgingly going to give them up. I'm going to put them in that basket. Oh gosh, this is harder than I thought it was going to be. We make sacrifices for our children, so we're going to give them up. We're going to put them in the basket. I'm going to take this out first and then put the dishes in the bottom. So there's that, and I do have some plastic bubble wrap that we're going to wrap all this up before she travels, because Daisy may knock something over. Okay, so those are the 3 main things that I knew I was going to give her. I've got one more thing in the closet. So we're going to look in my little decor closet here. This is where I keep all my extra things. and it's a mess. But I do have this little pillow that I thrifted a while back. It is very 70s. The colors are, you know, they do match my house more, but I also think that it'll match her house, and I'm not currently using it because I found that glorious piece, and I am not giving that to her. That's mine. But I thought this would work in her home too, so she can try it out. If it doesn't work, if it doesn't match, she can certainly send it back. We're going to put that in there, and that is her little goodie basket. If I find anything else to add between now and when she gets here tomorrow, I'll add it to the video, but I think that might be it. We're going to hope that she takes those things home this week. She's coming tomorrow. She'll leave Sunday, and I hope she'll take them home. And next week, we'll have a fun video to watch of her not only entertaining us, but decorating with them. So I'm not sure if she's going to like the pillow or not. She may or she may not take that. We'll see. But the other three things I know she's going to love. I've kind of been promising her you know, I need to give you those things. And she would say, well, give them to me. And I've just kind of been promising with clenched fingers and not really giving them up. So I know she's going to love those three things, and she's going to rush home to decorate with them, but we'll see about the pillow. But for now, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the video today. I really enjoyed spending some time with you. I appreciate you spending your time with me. Until next time, I love you all, and I'll see you later. Bye.